Hey there, awesome viewers. Welcome back to Manhwa Empire Recap. Before we dive into today's recap, we want to hear from you. Drop your favorite genre of manhwa or manga in the comments below, and let us know where you're watching from. Your feedback helps us bring you the content you love. Now, let's jump into today's recap and explore the incredible stories we have for you.
You can see the main character, very sick from poison, blood coming out of his mouth, staring into space, almost dying. His girlfriend's other love interest tells her that he's worthless, and it's just them now, abandoning the protagonist as he fights for his life. It's a painful betrayal. The world is in big trouble, facing an apocalypse, and everyone is struggling to survive. But the main character has all the supplies and resources needed for survival, ensuring his safety amidst the chaos. While everyone else is desperately searching for food, water, and supplies, the main character has everything he needs to survive. It's like he's been given a second chance to start over, all by himself. Right now, the world is falling apart, like when a volcano suddenly erupts and lava flows out. It feels like nobody can escape from the disaster that's about to happen. Smoke is filling the air, and you can see it from Junction Road. It's like it's the end of the world. A bus stops suddenly as people realize something bad is about to happen that no one saw coming. People on the bus are staying calm, but you can see the worry on their faces. A man said that there was a big earthquake and Mount Fuji erupted a few days ago, causing many deaths. Now they suddenly need to evacuate their area. The woman next to him said they had to leave so quickly that she couldn't bring anything and they'll have to buy stuff in Jongnan City. Suddenly, another man butted in, saying that the goods in the stores in Jongnan City had been moved. Another man by the window said that's old news, and today Dongming Lake and Chencheng dried up and Da Rundong warehouses were emptied too. He mentioned that the value of the supplies lost could be in the billions. The woman looked shocked and worried. Then another man at the back of the bus corrected them, saying that the supplies were worth lots and lots of money. The man from the back continued, saying that losing the supplies and facing natural disasters are just the beginning. He urged them to open their eyes and see for themselves that the end of the world is approaching. The woman couldn't believe what he was saying. Another person said they couldn't believe him either, and even welcomed the idea of the world ending, saying it would make everyone equal. The main character doubted what the man had said. To him, even in the end of the world, there wouldn't be equality for all living beings. Remembering a time when he was in the midst of the apocalypse, he affirmed that he had experienced being treated unfairly. There was a huge, scary creature with big red eyes and spikes all over its body wrecking everything, and it seemed like nobody survived its rampage. The main character, who used to be a regular delivery person, encountered this creature right before his eyes. For him, it marked the beginning of the end of the world. The sun was blasting out more energy than usual, making the air super hot. The ground was shaking a lot, and monsters that used to live underground were now coming up to the surface. The main character fought these monsters and realized that the whole world had changed. Everything was different now, with new rules and dangers. In this new world, there was hardly anything to eat. Even a simple packet of instant noodles was a precious commodity that everyone desperately craved. People were starving, and you could see it in their bodies. Before, a ham sausage was easy to find, but now it seems incredibly rare. During that tough time, people had to give up everything just to stay alive. That's when the main character got a second chance. They were transported back in time 1 month before the apocalypse. Out of nowhere, a woman got the main character's attention by tapping his shoulder. She leaned in and told him she was scared, seeking comfort. But the main character refused, saying he had more important things to do, leaving the woman shocked and alone. The bus door shut, and the main character went ahead with their plans for the day. During these tough times, like during an apocalypse, he wondered what mattered most. Standing in front of a building, he thought that having supplies was crucial. As he put on his delivery uniform, he reflected on how he had wasted time in the past searching for supplies and decided to be better prepared this time. Just as he were about to enter the employee entrance, he was scolded for being 21 seconds late, which would cost him half a day's salary. He couldn't believe it and questioned the rule to the manager. The main character mentioned that during his previous life, when the apocalypse hit, the boss had fled early, resulting in the loss of their annual salary. Now, he saw these supplies as compensation for that loss. Encouraged strongly that the main character grabs everything from his workplace. He used up all his strength to emit a strong light and gather all the supplies. With his special ability, he found rice, cooking oil, meat, and stored them automatically. He continues to gather and store as many supplies as possible. In the end, he collected all the supplies and resources necessary to survive. The main character has power spatial ability. As long as he has this ability, everything around him can be put into a super large cubic space with dimensions of 10,000 meters in length, width, and height according to his will. This provides him great convenience for purchasing supplies with $0. Relying on this ability, he dried up 2 freshwater lakes and plundered several cities destined to be destroyed in the apocalypse. During this end of the world time, even simple things like instant noodles are hard to find. But in his storage, time stops, so food stays fresh forever. He cried, he remembers how hard life was before, but now he doesn't have to suffer like that in the apocalypse. He summoned his inventory window. The inventory windows shows up and showed the harvested supplies he got this time. While still looking at the inventory, he sighed in contentment and relief that he got all the supplies he needed. Outside, he can hear the employees were planning to take the goods from storage. When they finally got inside, they were really surprised and couldn't believe what they saw, feeling like they were seeing things that weren't real. Then they realized that all the stuff they needed was missing. The room was totally empty. One of the workers got really mad and demanded to know where all the supplies had gone. Without hesitating, the protagonist admitted he'd taken everything, which totally amazed everyone. The boss ordered his men to catch him for what he had done, questioning, how did he it? The protagonist responded that he won't be late to work anymore, bidding his goodbye to everyone in the room. As the guys were about to catch him, he suddenly disappeared, leaving them shocked. The 3 guys couldn't believe he vanished right in front of them. Outside, a portal opened up. The protagonist quickly descended from the portal, using it to escape. This is the second special power of the main character, called the space jump. It lets him move back and forth within a 3-meter area. In this chaotic time of disaster, he can use his special power to go into empty buildings to get stuff and get out without any danger. Plus, when there are scary mutant animals around, his jumping skill can rescue him, especially when things get really bad. The protagonist took off his uniform. He happily threw away his uniform, saying he finished his shopping without spending anything. But his boss was angry with 2 employees for losing supplies. Suddenly, the phone in his pocket started to ring. As he retrieved his phone, he read an official statement to prevent the panic to everyone. He knew that people didn't realize that the end was near. He continued to stare at his phone very seriously, even though the world seemed like it was about to end. All of a sudden, he felt a strong rush of feelings. While he's checking his phone, Jung Zyokian is giving him a call. The main character sighed when he received the call from her, as if he weren't expecting it. He picked up the phone, but the lady on the other end sounded really mad. She was yelling his name, asking why Chen had left her. Chen had decided to sell their house with a real estate agent, and that made her furious. She insulted him, saying that no woman would want to be with him even after he sold the house. He just stayed quiet and listened to her on the phone. Jung Zyokian kept talking, asking him about being responsible as a man. She said she doesn't care much about the house, but since she's a woman, she expects to receive it as a gift. On the phone, Chen asked if there was anything she needed. This surprised her because of his attitude. She told him she would give him another chance to come back and transfer the house ownership to her. If he didn't, she said they wouldn't get married. Chen told her he's going to Shangdu and they'll chat later when he arrives. Then he quickly hung up the phone. Thinking back on his previous life with Jung Zyokian, they spent 5 years surviving in the apocalypse together. Chen tirelessly searched for supplies to keep her fed and brought her to safety. Without him, she might have died from hunger during those tough times. He kept staring at his phone, feeling shocked that even though he had done so much for her, she still hurt him by betraying his trust. In the past, Chen felt really surprised, scared, and worried about his safety. There was a stranger behind him, grabbing him from behind and asking why he came home without anything, and if he hid all the stuff. The man hurt him really badly and told Jung Zyokian to stay with him because he can't do anything now. Jung Zyokian told the man she understands what he's thinking. The man said if he died, it's because he feels incompetent. Jung Zyokian flirtatiously said that whether the man is good at what he does or not, it all comes down to how he performs that night. Sitting there, feeling powerless and unable to help, Chen realized he had made a mistake trusting someone who couldn't support him. Back to present, Chen said he would make Zhang Zioqian suffer consequences this time. With anger and revenge visible to his face, he promised himself that he will not die easily. All the pain that he encountered from the past, he'd like his wife to experience 100,000 times. He softly relaxed his hand from a tight grip to a gentle touch. Chen wanted to get back at someone who wronged him. He realized he needed certain things to do that, but they could only be bought with money. So he had to find a way to get the money first. Then he called his manager named Liu. During their phone conversation, Chen told the manager that he agreed to sell his house for half its usual price, but with a specific condition. He strongly told him that he needs the money immediately. A little while later, he reached Dream Real Estate. Chen arrived and was welcomed by Zhang Zioqian, who told him she had been waiting a long time for him. Chen ignored her and walked past her to go into the building. A guy with a baseball bat came up to Chen and demanded to know who said he could sell the house. He warned Chen that it belonged to them and threatened to harm him, saying he wouldn't survive until tomorrow. Chen lifted his hand. Grabbing the man's neck, he lifted him up. The man's face showed he was in pain. Suddenly, Chen pulled him down and said they could deal with his problem however they wanted.
As Chen kept the man under control, Zhang Xiaoqian felt a strong desire to end the fight. So, she stretched out her hand to Chen, hoping to make him stop. Chen is unstoppable, and he accidentally hit Zhang Xiaoqian because he didn't want anyone to halt him. Zhang Xiaoqian lay sprawled on the ground, utterly shocked by what Chen had just done. The agony was written all over the man's face, as Chen kept his grip tight around his neck, making it hard for him to breathe. He pleaded with Chen to release him, desperate for air. Chen, with a serious expression, warned him that his suffering wouldn't end quickly. Eventually, Chen loosened his hold on his neck, but the pain still gripped him tightly, leaving him struggling to recover. Chen walked towards the Dream Real Estate building, leaving Zhang Xiaoqian and her boyfriend standing outside. Feeling upset by Chen's actions, Zhang Xiaoqian called out to him, insisting that he apologize or else she wouldn't marry him. Chen halted in his tracks and turned around to look back at Zhang Xiaoqian. As he glanced at them, Zhang Xiaoqian and her lover quickly fled. This made Chen feel like they weren't important to him. Later on, Chen found himself inside the building, and the manager offered him a drink. Then, the manager bluntly informed Chen that he wanted to purchase the house and was ready to pay for it immediately. On the flip side, the man, driven by his greedy thoughts, can't help but consider Chen foolish for selling a house worth over $1 million for only $700,000. He's thrilled by the prospect of making a hefty profit from it. Meanwhile, Chen agreed to the condition that the payment must be made today, which the manager agreed to. He added that they just need to sign the contract and transfer the money, and the ownership transfer can be completed in a few days. Feeling content with their discussion, Chen couldn't help but think that anyone could choose any house they like, as long as they dare to live in it. Finally, Chen received a notification on his phone confirming the receipt of the $700,000 from the sale of his house. After the meeting ended, Chen exited the building. While strolling outside, he pondered on the occurrences of various disasters, but he reassured himself that Xanadu, being located inland in the Central Plains, remains safe from earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions due to its considerable distance from such calamities. Chen also remarked that the authorities had officially refuted any such possibilities, maintaining orderliness in life there. Pausing abruptly, Chen took a step back upon noticing the enticing advertisements for high-interest loans plastered on a nearby poster. That very day, he decided to contact the loan company to inquire whether he could use his property certificate as collateral for a loan. It was a sunny day at Hanhai International, bright and bustling with activity. Chen went to the office of Great Sea Loans Limited Company and was met by the receptionist who asked how she could help him. Chen sat down and inquired about the maximum amount he could borrow from the company. Then, to his surprise, Chen recognized the receptionist as Wang Haoyu's older brother, Wang Dahai, who had perished in the jaws of mutant beasts in his past life. Wang Dahai informed Chen that he could borrow up to $500,000, but he would need to leave his property certificate as collateral. With a serious demeanor, Chen stood up and insisted on an additional $100,000, presenting his property certificate as evidence. Wang Hadai loves to take risks by gambling. He asked Chen for a week to earn some money, promising to repay him promptly afterward. He He suggested that if Su Chen puts up the property as collateral to his company, they can discuss other terms too. Soon after their conversation, Su Chen received 600,000 deposited into his bank account. Days later, Zhang Xiaoqian and her partner were still upset about what Su Chen did. The partner vowed that Su Chen would face consequences for his actions. Suddenly, Zhang Xiaoqian noticed Su Chen in the distance, walking. Zhang Xiaoqian and her lover, still nursing the pain from Su Chen's attack on his neck, decided to follow Su Chen to see what he's been up to lately. Su Chen was standing outside the entrance of the Green City Hotel. Despite facing various natural disasters, this hotel remained standing strong. While other buildings succumbed to the force of seawater and extreme cold, the hotel stood resilient. Curious about Su Chen's intentions, Zhang Xiaoqian and her lover watched as he entered the hotel. Inside, they knew, was a luxurious presidential suite complete with all amenities, including a swimming pool. Su Chen seemed to consider making the hotel his new home base, potentially staying there for quite some time. As he roamed around, he remembered his special warehouse. While other warehouses were empty, his was filled with plenty of hot meals and ingredients. Su Chen was welcomed by Lin Xinrui, the manager of the hotel restaurant. She asked if he needed any further assistance. Su Chen then expressed his desire to order 1,000 tables for a banquet, which shocked Lin Xinrui as she couldn't believe if what he was saying was true. After recovering from her shock, Lin Xinrui assured him that they could cater to his request and even more. However, she couldn't help but think that Su Chen had a grand demeanor and might be from a wealthy family. Feeling really happy, Su Chen successfully closed the deal. He told the manager that he'd pay a deposit of 50,000. He also gave clear instructions on where they should deliver the goods, and assured them he'd settle the remaining balance within a week. Manager Lu Xinrui couldn't believe her luck when Su Chen mentioned the 50,000 deposit. Leading Su Chen through the payment process, she couldn't help but feel grateful. Even though the ingredients alone cost about the same, making connections with wealthy clients like Su Chen was invaluable. In business, being able to smoothly navigate such situations is key. After the deal was sealed, manager Lu Xinrui asked Su Chen how he preferred to be addressed. Su Chen simply replied with his first name. Curious, she also inquired if Su Chen was getting married. He confirmed this and asked for her help in booking a presidential suite at the hotel. After some time, Su Chen is finally leaving the hotel, feeling confident that his survival strategy is well executed. He can't contain his joy as he successfully secured 10 million worth of dishes with only a 50,000 deposit. This was his intention from the start. In the blistering heat of the apocalyptic world, even a block of ice could be incredibly valuable. Manager Louis Xinrui succeeded in reserving the presidential suite for Su Chen. She expressed her admiration, saying that anyone who becomes his partner is incredibly lucky. Suddenly, Zhang Xiaoqian and her boyfriend walked up to manager Louis Xinrui and asked why Su Chen was visiting. Manager Louis wanted to know who they were before answering. Zhang Xiaoqian then explained to the manager that Su Chen was her boyfriend. Manager Louis Xinrui then revealed that Su Chen had ordered a massive banquet and paid a hefty deposit of 50,000. She remarked that Zhang Xiaoqian was fortunate to have him. However, in her opinion, manager Louis Xinrui believed that Zhang Xiaoqian was only a 7 out of 10 because her temperament was not as impressive as Su Chen's. This news shocked both Zhang Xiaoqian and her boyfriend, who wondered if Su Chen had the funds to order such an extravagant banquet. Manager Louis confirmed and suggested that wealthy individuals sometimes conceal their true identity, fearing that others might be interested in their money. Still finding it hard to believe, Zhang Xiaoqian, in an irritated tone, remarked that such people often disappear or become emotionally distant before marriage. Meanwhile, Zhang Xiaoqian's boyfriend couldn't fathom the idea that Su Chen might be extremely wealthy. Manager Louis then showed them her phone, proving that Su Chen had indeed transferred the 50,000 deposit, leaving the two of them astonished. Outside the hotel, a man is puffing on his cigarette, curious about whether Su Chen really booked a grand banquet for 1,000 guests at a fancy hotel. He turns to Zhang Xiaoqian and wonders aloud who he should invite. Zhang Xiaoqian, feeling clever, explains that Su Chen merely wants to introduce her to his affluent social circle and uncover her true identity. Concern etched on his face, the man asks Zhang Xiaoqian what they should do next. Thinking quickly, Zhang Xiaoqian devises a plan for her to leverage opportunities from her connection with Su Chen. In Jiang Xiaoqin's mind, she envisions herself on the wedding day, adorned in a stunning yellow dress with vibrant red pearl accessories, surrounded by servants, a sight she never thought possible. Yet, unexpectedly, she finds herself thrust into this scenario alongside Su Chen.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to contribute further, you can now buy me a coffee. Every little bit helps in creating more quality content for you. Just click the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video.